Hey everyone, welcome. Today, we're going to dive into a story that's been millions of years in the making. And this isn't a story you'll find in history books. Nope, this one is written in the very DNA of an entire continent. We're going to explore Africa's hidden narrative and uncover some truly incredible biological blueprints for survival. Forget everything you thought you knew about survival of the fittest. There's a hidden story encoded in the biological fabric of African life. I mean, this really makes you stop and think, right? It's asking us to look past the surface to find something way more profound about how life doesn't just hang on, but actually flourishes, even when the odds are stacked against it. So, on one hand, you've got the story we always hear, right? The headlines about poverty, conflict, and struggle. But then, there's this other story, the one we're talking about today. It's a story of thriving, of unbelievable ingenuity, and a resilience that's literally written into the genetic code. Okay, so where does all this incredible resilience even start? Well, we've got to go small, super small, right down to the microscopic level with the architects of life itself, the genes that are writing this amazing code for survival. You can almost think of DNA as this ancient survival guide, one that's been edited and perfected over millennia. For so many populations in Africa, specific genetic markers give them a built-in advantage, like a natural resistance to certain diseases, or this incredible ability to adapt to some of the toughest environments on Earth. It's the first line of defense, literally coded into life. But here's where it gets really cool. There's this thing called epigenetics. Now, if DNA is the cookbook with all the possible recipes, epigenetics is like the chef who decides which recipes to use today based on what's in the kitchen. Things in the environment can actually flip genes on or off, creating these amazing adaptations without ever changing the DNA itself. So how does that actually work, generation to generation? Well, it's a pretty elegant process. First, there's some kind of stress from the environment. That stress triggers a change in how a gene expresses itself. And then, and this is the amazing part, that new adaptation can actually get passed on. It's life's way of being super flexible and building resilience on the fly. Okay, so we've got this incredible blueprint for resilience packed inside each individual. That's powerful stuff. But is that really the whole story? Is survival just about having the right internal code? Not even close, because the next piece of this puzzle is all about the power of connection. We're zooming out now, from the code within an organism to the incredible strength that comes from unity between them. This is what we call symbiosis, and it is happening everywhere. Just look at the classic example, the acacia tree and its resident ants. The tree gives the ants a safe place to live, and in return, those tiny ants become a fierce little army, protecting the tree from anything that wants to eat it. It's a win-win that makes them both way stronger together. And this isn't just about a few one-on-one partnerships. We're talking about a massive, intricate web. It connects everything from the tiniest microbes in the soil to the largest mammals walking the savanna. It's this incredible biodiversity that creates a stable, tough ecosystem where the whole is so much stronger than any single part. All right, so we've got the theory down, right? The genetic code, the power of teamwork. Now, let's see how it all plays out in the real world. This is where nature really starts to show off. Get ready for a masterclass in survival. We're going to break it down into 3 areas of pure genius. First, how life deals with a serious lack of water. Second, how it beats the intense scorching heat. And finally, that constant dance between predator and prey that just pushes evolution forward. First up, water wisdom. I mean, think about it. In a place like the Namib Desert, you find organisms that are absolute masters of efficiency. You've got beetles that literally harvest fog right out of the air on their backs, and plants with root systems that go unbelievably deep. They have all evolved to make every single drop of water count. It's just elegant. Then you have thermal mastery. Seriously, how do you even survive, let alone thrive, when it's just scorching hot? Well, some animals, like the oryx, have basically developed their own internal air conditioning. They have these specialized blood vessels that actually cool their blood before it gets to their brain. It's an engineering marvel of biology. These adaptations are just mind-blowing, right? But it begs a really important question. Why does any of this ancient wisdom matter to us today in the 21st century? Well, because this stuff isn't just a cool biology lesson, these are literal blueprints for our future. It turns out that Africa's biological secrets hold a critical key to understanding global stability and even our own resilience as a species. I mean, just think about it. By digging into these unique genetic tricks, we could be on the verge of huge medical breakthroughs. Imagine developing new gene therapies or creating more effective drugs, all by learning from these master survivors. The potential here is absolutely immense.
So when you put it all together, it's pretty clear. Africa's incredible biodiversity isn't just some local treasure. It is a vital asset for the entire planet. These biological blueprints could fuel all sorts of future innovation, which means that protecting them, conserving these ecosystems, is absolutely crucial for all of us.
And that really leaves us with one big question to chew on. As we face our own growing list of environmental challenges, could our own survival, could it actually depend on the lessons we're smart enough to learn from these ancient, elegant, and incredibly powerful biological blueprints? It's something to think about.